Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the NA Challenger Scene Week 1. I am Hindu Man. Alongside me today is the glorious Kret. We're already into the quarterfinals, guys. We had 82 teams sign up. We've already gone through a few rounds, and we're going into the next one, Kret. Who've we got?
Yeah, so we actually lied to you last time and have switched games. We're moving on to the round of 16, I want to say, or round of 8? Round of 8. Yeah, we're moving on to the round of 8. Snapchat Gaming versus the Rambozos, two very strong teams right at the top of the brackets, and they're going to be competing for a semi-finals spot. They've both looked good in the games that we've seen. There are some players you might recognize. Wubba, aka Met Yankee, Heater, one of the founding members and the original team captain of Vicious and Delicious. Then they became Exertus, then they became Cog. You know them and you love them. They're now Cog Prime. On the Rambozos, Aduro, formerly sub for Dignitas, Meerkat, ranked nerd, Fiddy, formerly captain of Critosaurus. This really is two challenger super teams facing off in the round of 8.
Already in the picks and bans, as you can see, Snapchat versus the Rambozos. Snapchat get first ban, first pick. They've banned away Athena and Circuit. It's now over to the Rambozos, who've already taken out Mercury. Will they ban Geb here, or will they leave it up for Snapchat? Because it looks like that's what they plan on doing.
All right, Geb is going to be probably first picked here. Otherwise, we'll once again see that raw Geb power pick, and Noa gonna go through first time today. Totally forgot about her. Can't wait to see what Snapchat can do, because we haven't seen her.
Because she's got an ultimate like
Snapchat can do with I love Noa. So here's the thing about Noa that I like. Her ultimate, yeah, it's guaranteed damage to everyone, and that's really strong. So there's a baseline where it's like, yeah, you're gonna do okay in this team fight. You're gonna do like 3,000 damage, and then it's what else can you do? Sort of like beside where it's like, yeah, the Kraken's big, and then it's like, I think it's a little more complex than that. Sometimes you press 3 after the 2 and you blow everyone up.
Shinging metal, press 4. Yay.
Yeah.
Such fun. Sorry, I'm salty about Noa.
I love Noa.
You see,
I like Noa more than Rom.
You're the scum. You're the scum, Kret.
Anyway, we've got a lot of picks to catch up on. Ron Geb is a very, very strong second pick. We've seen a lot today. I think almost every game today, like 3 out of 4. Apollo and Loki. We've seen a lot of Loki in challengers. Apollo is very strong for his global ult, and Uller is what Paradox played last game. He looked pretty good on that one too.
He did. I mean, the low-key picks overall, Kret, we've seen a lot of them today in the challenger scene. It's something that's been falling off in the pro scene. You still see it on the likes of Lazis and now and again in the solo lane, like people like Game Hunter. But overall, people have started to realize, it has this ramp-up time, and it has to get snowballing to really be effective.
Right, and you have to really know how to do that split push. Bach is spanned away, so the Rambozos are going to take a shot in the dark and try and hit Wubba in his secondary or tertiary god pool for the support, and Nemesis taken off the board for Snapchat. Jean-Qui is already off, so that Nemesis ban I think is just a hit to Fiddy's god pool. It's something that he very much likes. I want to talk about Noa, and I want to talk about Rom just because I think it's an interesting subject. They're both sort of gods where they go up in the air and you're gonna probably take damage. With Noa, you know how much it is. 400, 500, depends on her magic power, but it's a static amount. Rom, I feel like you just kind of sit there and you pray they're not really good.
That's true. But I like the idea,
I don't like the fact that I have no control.
I like the idea of skill.
You're just, oh, no. I like the fact that it takes skill. I just like playing against it because you're like, no, please don't be good. Please miss.
Please, for the love of God, please miss me just with that last one. Well, Thor's going to be locked in for the jungle for a clip team there, and Sobek is the last pick in the Guardian role.
Yeah.
With Bacchus taken away and Athena taken away. Snapchat kind of put themselves in this position themselves, though, going with the Sobek. How do you feel about this?
We said it before because we saw Sobek Apollo lane versus Geb. If Sobek gets the pull into Geb, you can get some stuff done. And while Geb's shield is very good in later team fights, I feel like Sobek can still sort of do his job with the peeling. We'll see how that does end up. It's going to give an advantage to Geb, and it does make things hard for Sobek, but with a high skill level and Wubba rocking that Diamond Sobek, very good on the character, you can really make a lot happen. We're going to see Noa in the middle lane, Loki in the solo lane, so that's also very interesting. I think the question is, will Meerkat be able to solo dive for the Rambozos and take down essentially Nuwa, maybe Apollo? Or will Freya in the backline be able to just carve through Snapchat? On the other hand, Snapchat has 2 assassins, so and a global ultimate to help them out. That's a lot of pressure on the Freya. Fiddy is to try and stay alive.
I mean, the interesting thing about the two compositions as well is if you look at the solo and the 2 solo lanes in mid and solo overall, you're going to see Nuwa versus Raw. That's not really going to be influential, really, Cret, until somebody from the jungle really tries to show the face and make that happen. Because they're going to probably play safe and just poke down and keep it under the tower. Meanwhile, Vamana versus Loki, Vamana can kill Loki in that matchup. It's very difficult for Loki to kill Vamana. So you'll expect to see Loki just look to farm, get his stacks up on that Heartseeker that he'll probably go. However, with Thor and Nuwa, as you would just saying, they could try and put pressure on Vamana and go for an early kill.
Either way, we'll be back in a few minutes to get it rolling with our round of 8 matchup, Snapchat Gaming versus the Rambozos.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the quarterfinals here in the NA Challenger Cup Week 1. Snapchat versus the Rambozos. Snapchat going to be playing from the bottom side of the map, the left-hand side of your spectator UI. Off the team, he's actually on the team this time playing Nuwa in the middle lane. Ecliptium going to be playing Apollo in the duo lane. Flawless in the jungle playing Thor. Sobek's going to be played by Wooba in the duo lane as well. And finally, Heater is going to be playing Loki in the solo.
On the other side, it's the Rambozos. Solo Meerkat on Vamana in the mid lane, formerly Digaduro, now K-spotted Duro, I guess, on Ra. The Hunter, the Paradox playing Uller, Freya going to be played by Fiddy in the jungle, and the support for the team will be Chris Pocket on Geb.
Now, as we sat here as well, guys and girls, just so you know, we have a very special camera person today. Moji is the camera person. So if there's any issues with the camera work at all, do not hesitate to hashtag blame Moji in chat. Keep her updated on when she messes up. We want to make sure she has a warm welcome to Smite game in these series.
That said, if you like the camera work, go ahead and follow her on Twitter, twitter.com/at, or you know at for twitter.com, twitter.com/Dr. Moggs. And follow the rest of the Salt Squads too. That is the Salt Squad, your production team for the Challengers Cup. 3 players grouping up at the left mid camp, 3 players grouping up at the right. It's going to be a fairly standard clear coming out here. No invades. Can't wait to see how the lanes end up matching off.
Once again, we see Geb start with rollout and rotate straight over from the mid camps to the left-hand side. So it's going to delay them a little bit on getting to lane, a small touch. Right-hand side, though, as you saw the 3-man grouping, we're going to see that Thor does not take his red buff and goes to the lane very, very quickly early on, Cret. So they should get there relatively about the same time.
Yeah, they should get there very, very close. The thing is, this is the opportunity for Wubba to go aggressive. He's not going to find the pull. Paradox able to just jump away. Opportunity missed. And
the jungle again. He did this last game that we saw him on, and he went for those back camps, but this time Flawless, well aware of it. Gonna eat 1 pull shot to the face, duking out the other ones quite nicely. Eats a second.
Oh, but Flawless can get aggressive now. Fiddy's on cooldown. Loki's gonna go in. Doesn't find the auto attack. That actually happens more than you might expect on Loki. He does slow down a little bit earlier from his auto attack than it seems other characters might.
Aggression in mid lane coming out from Ra. Adoro going to be able to heal up the damage he took from off the team as he managed to push him into tower in the early stages. Right hand side, nice whoop, and Flawless takes a little bit of poke from 2 pull shots. Nothing more than that for now, and Fiddy's going to return to the jungle, as is Flawless. Actually, Fiddy looking for something in mid. Can he find it?
Well, he's going to get into lane. Banish? No, it's going to be the Pulse getting 1 hit off. No Irradiate. There it is. We'll find an extra 2. Not going to do that much damage, but keeps the pressure onto off the team, who is now out of health pots and mana pots. Meaning he's used 3 potions already. Flawless teleports in, but that Celestial Beam is going to be interrupted. Fiddy trying to get the damage off. He is out of mana from this. Rooted out at a bad time. Flawless. Does he have the hammer? It's gonna be coming off the cooldown soon. That's why he's moving forward. He wants the kill, but he can't quite find it. Now Duro looking to get aggressive. Flawless staying at range. Celestial Beam will not connect, and Fiddy's gonna head for the red buff, but off the team and Flawless might be able to contest this.
This is risky. I mean, the minions are pushing in middle lane, and like you said, they can't contest. Fiddy's too low to start this, and look at off the team. He's still going to pressure him at the back Harpy camp now. He can look to do that with the shining metal, I apologize, but he doesn't manage to actually steal any of those camps away.
I think he got the little ones.
Got the little ones, but it's not as much of the experience as you said earlier.
It's like I think he gets like 40 versus 140 for the big one. It's really just the big one that matters there. Red buff will go to Aduro in that middle lane. He's going to be able to return with Fiddy and get his level 5, get his farm online, or he should be level 5 after this wave is cleared. Yes, indeed, Fiddy also dinging there. And Flawless 22 still level 4. That said, he's got a lot of jungle to clear.
He does. As soon as he takes his camp, he'll hit level 5 as well. So keep an eye on both junglers. They're both based as well. So expect to see some ganks coming out. I expect to see them try and maybe go aggressive on this for mana on this right-hand side. With the low-key damage being available to them as well, and Apollo being able to come across with New War, they could try and make a play for it. Red buff still available. Mid-camp spawning, though. They're going to be prioritised now. Snapchat taking the right and left-hand side. The Rambozos in a good position. But
Wava gets the knockback. He gets it. Beautiful play on that Sobek. Sobek's mid-camp clear is weird because you do have nice AoE control off your knockback, but you have to use 2 abilities. So Wubba played that perfectly. He pulled, he knocked back and secured the health, and then was able to hog. That's exactly what he needs to do. Now he's threatening the pull. Not necessarily going to go for it, but he forces the Rambozos to rotate back in the lane, and therefore allows Flawless and off the team to rotate to his red buff. It's just those little things for map pressure, and Wubba is doing a good job there. Notice how he's sort of stopping any attempt from Aduro or Chris Pocket to rotate towards that red as well.
That's right. I mean, the one thing to note as well is that the Snapchat there, that was the first red buff they've actually taken of the game, correct? It was very delayed. And so they do fall a little bit behind in terms of experience. Or they should do, actually, but no, they're ahead because they got the mid-camps, obviously. But surprising that, you know, they didn't take it so early, leaving it up for so long without being brought down.
Yeah, it is a little bit surprising, but they get that. Now, that's going to stagger the mid-camps, isn't it? Like one spawns before the other?
I'm not sure. It's very, very close, the mid-camps at the moment.
Okay.
No, they're on even timers right now, mid-camps. Ever so slightly. Just left, ever so slightly ahead of the right.
Okay, that's going to be fun. So when a mid-camp is staggered, it means 2 things. It means that you cannot get one while your opponents get the other and be confirmed to get it uncontested. So if some team can take control of the middle area and go left mid-camp, then right mid-camp, you can really get solid control and get pretty good income there. Just taking a quick look at the numbers. So for the Harpy camps, small Harpies are worth 22 experience and 13 gold for a solo kill. Big Harpies are worth 140 experience and 45 gold.
So guys at home, learn to
big.
be a scumbag. Learn to be a scumbag and take the big Harpy. Leave the little ones for the jungler to have to go and clear. Deny them more experience wherever possible if you want to be a true scumbag. We're in a bit of a pause here, as you can clearly see on your screen by Clip Team having to pause this one out as Off the Team has disconnected. He literally is off the team right now. Flawless is getting in a position to deal with the blue buff for Loki on the right hand side. And as we look at item builds, is there anything that stands out to you right now?
Yeah, actually, Off the Team has elected to rush Bancrofts before his pen boots. Now, this is a little bit interesting. The difference between Bancrofts and pen boots is going to be pen boots are 50 magic power, 15 pen, and the Talon Trinket adds an extra 80 magic power on top of the 20 from the Tiny Trinket that you would have if you just rushed pen boots. The cost is roughly the same. Bancrofts is slightly cheaper considering you already paid for the Tiny Trinket. Said with the pen, you actually get more bang for your buck out of the boots themselves. For Raw, level 9 Raw, Celestial Beam, pen boots does the damage as if you had 100 magic power versus CDR boots, which is just plus 50. Or, sorry, as you had 120 magic power, whereas CDR boots just do the damage as if you had 70. So penetration really good at these levels.
Well, in-hand gold right now, we can see the new WAD is sat on about 596, so 400 off, finishing that Bancrofts. Meanwhile, Aduro rushing those Medjai's boots more than likely. He's a little bit further ahead. He should finish his boots off in about 300 gold's time. So keep an eye for those rotations coming back. We're not entirely sure how long the pause is going to be, guys, so we're just going to keep randomly talking stuff about the game and what we could actually see going forward. Guard boots online for Wubba, probably going to be going for Midas. He's already rushing those. And Chris Pocket a little bit behind there. Don't think he's recalled to base just yet, though.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Pocket is backed yet, but he is also a little bit... Oh, he's got tons of gold in hand. Yeah, he isn't recalled yet. He is a little bit just behind in gold and experience overall because Wubba was able to take a mid-camp by himself. One thing I do want to mention is the shoutouts to the Bancroft's passive, right? Think about Nuwa. You get pressured in team fights. You're like, okay, I'm going to ult. I'm going to do damage to everyone, buy myself some time. And if she's at half health when she does that, she gains 50 magic power from Bancrofts. That could make a big difference.
Well, blue buff being taken down by Thor. You can see Loki rotating over there to clean that one up. Vermana getting help from Freya on that side as well. Thor returns to his jungle, where Freya comes to soak a little bit of experience in the lane. You can see they're both about equal level now. Level 7 just dinged on Thor and on Freya. So the two junglers right now are absolutely even in terms of experience.
Yeah, you don't really see that too often. That said, they're very different styles of junglers. When Freya ganks, she comes in with a banish trying to set up a mage, do some damage to clean it up, and probably use her ultimate to do that. Whereas Thor comes down from the sky, semi-global, tries to sort of combo people out and hopes that the mage can sort of follow up and help. But Freya depends on her mage more than Thor does.
Well, speaking of Thor, though, we've not seen him go up to the sky yet, looking for the dunk down at the moment. Mid-camps are coming up in about a minute's time, so keep an eye on those. The ward placements from both teams, pretty good, although Snapchat really do have the advantage on them right now.
Yeah, Snapchat has really good ward coverage right now. That said, the Rambozos aren't really rotating too much out of their side lanes. You don't see Vamana roaming into the jungle. You don't really see Ullr going anywhere. It's just the core of the team. The mid, the support, and the jungle getting stuff done. Mid camps are going to be spawning very soon, within about 10 seconds. And it looks like it's just going to be a trade.
Yeah, it looks like an even trade for the two of them. Sobek went back to base. Meanwhile, Loki, once again, been pushed into tower, lost a little bit of farm one more time there. You can see 3.4k gold to Vamana's 3.9k. So a 500 gold lead in favour of Vamana. And that's just because of the early game pressure Loki has issues with not having the damage to clear the decoy. But whoop in middle lane, the snipe doesn't connect because the ultimate comes out from Nuwa. Bit of poke damage back, the vision's been cleared. But now Loki's possibly looking at a rotation here. But in doing so, he's giving up free damage on his tower.
Yeah, there's going to be fairly substantial tower damage from Meerkat. That said, well, first of all, the gold difference between these teams is about 500 gold, and the gold difference between these solo laners is about 500 gold. This is essentially the only difference on the map, right? Yep. But Vamana is supposed to win this matchup.
That's right.
This is within the accepted values. So, while he is going to lose his tower probably within the next 5 minutes, I want to say it's okay. I want to say that he hasn't given up more than he's able to.
So you can see like he's still trying to farm out, get the decoy online. His Heartseeker is stacking now, so he will be able to clear the wave a little bit more effectively. Once again, Wubba rotating into middle lane now, going to soak up a bit of experience there. As Thor's looking for an opportunity here on the left-hand side. There's no ward here for the Rambozo, so he doesn't know he's gone up. Is all going to be able to get away? There's a good stun. Straight into the spin, and a great mystery afterwards by Ecliptium. Means the wall can be saved, and there's the wall used at the end to pick up the first blood of the game and give an opportunity now for Snapchat to try and capitalize.
In the middle lane, off the team is taking a lot of damage from Freya. Gonna try and juke around. Freya's gonna use Hog to clear up the field, but off the team has a stun available. He's not gonna use it. Goes up in the air. No, he doesn't. Sorry, that was Freya. And off the team just taken down. No way out.
Apollo's coming
made a
in,
good play there, but Fiddy's gonna get blocked into a wall. This could be big. Ecliptium down from the sky. The banish peels a little bit, but Wubba finds the kill. There's no fantasy league, buddy. Stop taking all those kills.
Yeah, I know, right? He's just like, one of those points. He's practicing his Incon strats. That's what he is. He's trying to show Incon how to do it so he can get more points. But Ecliptium's going to get caught out by the knock-up there. Although the Great Mez once again denying Adoro from being able to put any more damage down. Gold Fury stands for now. But do the Rambozos look like they want to go for this? They do, you know. They've got an opportunity here. Nuwa's back. Sobek's just recalled to base. Flawless is here, and a one wall could deny them a bit of time here. Give his team a chance to catch up. Nuwa's ulted. He knows the vision of the whole team now. Thor's going in. 3v1. Cataclysm comes out from Chris Pocket to delay the time. The knock-up. Rambozos get the Gold Fury, and Flawless ends up throwing away his life there.
I want to say it was worth a try, but I'm not so sure, as there was a Hog 3 on Chris Pocket, and that needed to be noticed ASAP. They actually had that information because Nua's ult reveals all players, and therefore will show you their items build. Flawless just kind of went in, and also it's a really good play from the Rambozos. It's something that's very strong with raw mid, right? Because you make some aggressive trades, and yeah, your team takes some damage, then you just heal it up and go for the objective. You're fine. Off the team might not be fine.
Well, he's going to be actually, because Adoro is out of mana. That could have been worse than it looked if he did have mana on Adoro. But right camps went to Freya. Left one's being contested by both supports here. Not sure who's going to get him. I think that was a 1-for-1. But the flip onto Chris Pocket is going to put him in a bit of trouble, as off the team was waiting for him. Shining Metal connects. Bit of fog damage, but the rollout comes out. And right inside, Freya looking to go aggressive on this blue buff.
Yeah, Fiddy is doing very nicely this game in that he's ahead of the Thor, and Freya's really a hypercarry. She wants to scale up, wants to get rolling, so when she's ahead of an assassin jungler that's supposed to be stronger in the early game, that's probably bad news bears. We'll see how Freya scales forward, but right now, Flawless is getting red for his mid laner off the team, and off the team has had a little bit of trouble here.
He has a little bit, but now Paradox could be in trouble himself. Tail whip onto him, forcing the leap away. Doesn't leap back to tower though, but Wabba missed the charge prey. Gonna be okay for now on that one. Heater has finished his Ninja Tabby over in the solo lane though, and he's got that Heartseeker pretty much stacked now, so you see the wave clear is pretty effective to be able to keep his tower standing at these stages of the game, Croc.
Yeah, his wave clear is pretty much fine. He's able to be sneaky with his stealth and clear really deep, so Vamana doesn't even have time to really do anything between those decoys. Not really anything on the map right now. The closest thing to respawning is the left side main buff, so red and speed. Don't really think we'll see an invade or any contention there.
It's really the closest game we've seen today as well between these two teams right now. I mean, this is a quarterfinal match, and if this is the standard we're going to start seeing from the quarters onwards, Cret, then the challenger scene for North America is looking great. Look at the damage coming out as Heater doesn't finally assassinate, unfortunately. Off the team preemptively used his ultimate, expecting the assassinate to go off, and now Wubber might pay with his life. Charge Prey going to save it. Thor went to the sky. Are they going to go for a re-engage here?
Well, Fiddy could be a target. No, it's going to be Aduro, but the blink from Chrisbach to reposition. Aduro uses beads, gets in the heal. Ecliptium in the air, comes down from the sky, gets a nice knockup. Can he get the kill? No, Ecliptium gets body blocked out. Meerkat's able to get him off the team in trouble. Meerkat is sprinting, landing those autos, banish into the snipe, but no, miscommunication. Freya.
Meerkat's getting low. He's got the shield though. They're going to look for Heater under the tower. The pulse damage is hurting. Not enough to pick him up, but 5 members of the Rambozo still alive. 3 dead on Snapchat. They can take this tier 1 tower, and all Loki can do is bravely run away back to solo.
Yeah, Loki just has to go and get some farm right now. There's no way he can contest, and unfortunately it was, I want to say, 2 isolated incidents of over-aggression. Flawless went in, and Chris Pocket had everything up to peel, and there wasn't really sufficient follow-up. But the biggest blow to Snapchat Gaming, Paradox gets the speed buff.
Yeah, Paradox does get that speed buff, so that's going to put a bit of pressure on them as well. Ooh, with Apollo rotating over as well, he did go down in that fight. Left camp's going to be contested again. They've not spawned yet. Wubba misses the whoop and actually eats a double tap to the face, but the shield from Chris Pocket going to allow them to secure that one and not take too much poke. Right camps are up, off the team's in position. Adora rotating with Fiddy. We might see a fight break out over these ones. Snipe comes out, takes 1-for-1 trade, I feel, overall on that right camp anyway.
Yeah, that was a nice snipe from Maduro. Just, I'll take one here.
Give it a go.
I don't think they would have really been able to get into a good position. Like, Geb might have been able to blink in, but he wouldn't have had the follow-up that he really wants. And while the Rambozos are ahead a nice amount, 3,000 gold, and more importantly, 5,000 experience, they're not able to really just do whatever they want. They have to take smart engagements. They have to have a little bit of care. And right now, they're going to be setting their eyes on the next Gold Fury.
I'll talk about the Gold Fury now. You can see Sobek there with a sentry clearing out the ward vision that Rambozos had. They'll be well aware what's going on there, so they'll get a sentry down of their own. You can see the Raws coming out of base with one already, Krat. So we're going to have a bit of ward wars going on around this Gold Fury as each team try and get a good position for it.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening with that, but it might be some time. I don't think the Rambozos are going to just straight up go for that Gold Fury if they don't feel they have sufficient pressure. Yeah, I don't think they're going to force it, but if they catch a recall at the wrong time, and right now Nua's very far away, Wubba could be in trouble. He's taking damage from both sides, able to dash out now. Eclipse in trouble to roll. He hits the wall. Nua's ultimate comes through, Thor's up in the air, and he's gonna land on Fiddy. Fiddy in a lot of trouble. Ecliptium up in the air, and what goes up must come down right back onto Fiddy. Doesn't quite get the kill. Freya able to ult, and now Ecliptium turned around on like that.
And Paradox manages to
jumping
get out
away.
on the backside. A great axe to disengage. Flawless still wants to try and make something happen. But with Ecliptium going down there, that fight did not go well at all for Snapchat.
Ecliptium just slightly misplaced his ultimate. One more tick, it would have been the kill. And now it's going to be the pull onto the gold tier with Ra's healing available. You know, I want to say it's dangerous, but there aren't that many ultimates available. Loki's not here, Sobek's on his way, but he's a little bit slow. Vamana is rotated over. And while a tower's given up for Gold Fury, that's worth Flawless on the backside, though. Maybe he can get a kill on a Biddy. That needs to be Peels. Nice Stone Shield. Flawless.
Big shield.
Turned around on real quick. 100 health. He's going to die very, very soon. But Wubba, he might be able to get this. The Gold Fury, that's what matters. But the Rambozo's getting Chris Pocket, Swift Han, Wubba in trouble. Aduro has to stay alive off the team. Finds the shining metal, but is on to Chris Pocket. Now he's going to die.
Going to go down as well. 8-3 there. Meanwhile, tier 2 tower going down the right-hand side to Loki. I think he's going to have the damage to bring this one down with that minion wave coming in. But Ra is back. Adoro is coming back to this lane with that speed from the passive. Going to try and close the gap. Can he take it down in time? He needs to be very careful. If he risks it, the snipe comes out. He does take the tower. And it almost makes it semi-even based off that.
Yeah, I mean, that's 1,500 gold for the tower. I want to call it even. Nice split push from Loki, and something that Loki is very good at. That's why he's getting the bans. It's not the fact that he's a great assassin. He is. It's the fact that he's a great assassin who can split push. And the reason he's so good at split pushing is, first of all, when you come to stop him, he's invisible and he can teleport away. Yep. He kills towers very quickly. And most of the time, he can 1v1 anyone you send to stop him. So you kind of have to send a whole group. But then you just end up chasing Loki around. It's a real big problem.
And when you look at Snapchat's team composition as well, they've got Apollo in there that can do it. But Flawless takes a lot of poke on the right. I wasn't going to cast it because I didn't expect that much damage to come out from Vamana, who now pops the sprint as he is trying to chase him down.
Oh, left-hand side,
he's going to turn it back on. No, the fight between the two, the solo lanes. Meerkat pops the ultimate. Going to force Hater to disengage, but there's Noir. What's going on left?
On the left-hand side, Chris Pocket's in a bad spot. His team is trying to disengage. Biddy gets rooted in a heal, but it's not going to heal for enough off the team, trying to get the damage off. Ecliptium up in the air. We saw this end poorly. Thor is rotating over. He's going up in the air too. But who's he going to go on? Is it Chris Pocket? Is it Aduro? Ecliptium sets up with the Mez and the stun. This is nonetheless poor communication. Cataclysm comes through and Flawless once again is forced out. He has not had good luck with those ultimates. In the long lane, though, Loki, Peter finds the solo kill on a Vamana. A Vamana with a defensive item.
But Vamana, I think, went to the tower there, put the pressure on to bring down the tower, and overstayed his welcome. Already used his ultimate, as we saw. So it's 9-5 now. The Rambozos ahead 4k gold, 6,400 experience lead right now at 17 minutes in. It's still anyone's game right now, though, Cret. Honestly, I can see this going either way.
Yeah, I really can, and I think one of the big deciders is going to be off the team getting more and more damage. One of the best ways to build this Nuwa is damage. Obsidian Shard somewhere in the mix. And so this Book of Thoth could be really, really big. Especially, people don't really realize this. You think Warlock Sash, and you're like, all right, it's a good item, but you really need the stacks to make it work. Book of Thoth, the stacks are worth 22 damage. The item itself is worth nearly 140 just when you buy it.
Duo contestation of the blue buff going to start off. Wubba's going to eat an axe to the face from Paradox. Ecliptium rotates round, but only puts damage onto a shield. But now that shield's on cooldown, and Paradox needs to watch his positioning. He does manage to leap away, but the chase from Wubba is still going on. The rotation from Noir and Loki coming in as well. Where's the damage going to come from? Is Noir going to ult here? Is he going to be able to bring it down without the help of his team? I expect a Noir ult. They could just bring it down, but it looks like they're going to back away. Nope, there we go. Eventually, Noir uses that skill of skills to bring him down. Now, Chris Pocket is in trouble too.
Yeah, Chris Pocket in trouble. Nice manage to peel. That Cataclysm could do a lot, but Fiddy's not an AoE damage gamer.
Good thought.
And that's going to be assassinated as well, but Beast out. Flawless getting turned on once again. He's had such bad luck. Will be able... No, he's going to get taken down. Ecliptium dives in, but a heal is allowing Fiddy to stand his ground for the most part. The Stone Shield is going to secure that. Aduro doesn't find the beam. Wubba peels for his team. The call to disengage Ecliptium is going to turn back on the tower. Geb and Ra as a combination is insane. You think this person's dead? They're going to shield. That's going to buy time. The snipe. Gets
Not gonna find it. He is gonna go down and look at the right-hand side where this is going on, Kret. Vermont is getting free farm on the tier 2. Adora's gonna go in. 3v1. He's got a lot of damage, but the minions and the shining metal from off the team secures it. But he does get a tier 2 tower, and you can see Vermont is quite happy to rotate. Are they going for a fire giant here off the back of that?
I like that call. They've got a Vamana for really good damage. They've got a Freya for great damage, and Geb, he's going to be tanky enough. Thor and, you know, I think Snapchat might have snipped this out. Yeah, they have. Thor's made the teleport. He showed the fact that he's coming. Yeah. He doesn't have a Hand of the Gods 3, doesn't have an ultimate, but he might be able to disrupt enough.
Quick.
No, that's going to be a dead fire giant. Snapchat Gaming now has to play the defensive.
No chance to really get involved in that. They're going to try and take away the mid-camps. Wall comes out, double tap. Not sure who they went to, actually. But check the stats. It does look like it went in favor of the Rambozos there again. So, Snapchat 7-11 behind here. The gold lead is 6,100 in favor of Rambozos. 8,000 experience lead. And now, with the Fire Giant online, it looks like Rambozos are starting to take control of this game.
Yeah, it really does. That said, off the team could still do a lot of damage. Heater's been playing pretty well. Flawless 22 needs to transition into a more supportive role, and Ecliptium needs to try and get a little bit more damage. He's been doing good, but he has to step it off. I think the transition for Snapchat might be able to make this game happen, but they're definitely on the back foot. They're down a substantial amount of gold, even more experience, and Gold Fury has just been pulled.
It has been pulled. They've got it warded out, so they know it's going on. Flawless actually trying to rotate on mid lane and poke them out, but Gold Fury's going to drop down. Snapchat kind of wise in the situation to give this one up against a Fire Giant team that do have an experienced lead as well. Loki trying to split push the right-hand side. This looks like a good opportunity to try and take down a Phoenix. It's going to force back Freya, though, to come and defend that. But left-hand side tower is now going to be assaulted.
Yeah, left-hand side tower will go down rather quickly. Uller starting to tear through those towers. You know,
I wouldn't base race.
We'll see what happens.
It's a
Freya is there to defend. No, it looks like a recall will come out from Snapchat.
I wouldn't base race against a Fire Giant team. Look at this. Well, it looks like they might get a Phoenix. Well, they might get a Phoenix in time as well. On top of the rock, there's Wabba going down, actually using his ultimate to try and force him to disengage. They're dropping it very low. Loki's trying to get in there. Thor's up in the sky, going to duck down onto Paradox. But the shield straight away going to be able to buy him time to leap out, as well as his beads. The double tap onto Adora, but there's a great Cataclysm and a knock-up. Paradox secures one, takes out the second, and with the Phoenix being down, off the team's going to run back to the Titan. But if Apollo, hot in pursuit.
Yeah, Apollo is just able to peel off his teammate. Unfortunately, the wall is on the wrong side, though, so Meerkat's going to be able to walk away, no problem. Mid-tower, Fiddy's pushing up. Freya does a lot of damage to pretty much everything. Objectives, players, minions, except for towers. She's really bad at killing structures because most of her damage comes from those steroids, the Pulse Radiate, and those don't do anything to towers. Ecliptium forced to use beads, rolls away. He's going to be fine. But that cooldown usage
Phoenix,
is going to be a big problem.
Phoenix in middle, being harassed again. Raw just healing up his whole team as Fiddy gets a shield. As they bring down the second Phoenix, only one Phoenix remains here for Snapchat to try and defend. He is down for another 3 seconds right now, and it looks like Rambos is making a call, the safe call here, to go back and clear out some jungle before they look for the final push.
Red buff is going to be cleared away by Rambosis there. So I like the fact that it kind of goes without saying, but you take the enemy's jungle buffs when you get the chance at this point, because the red buff brings so much to the table. The highest magic damage for the Rambosos is going to be a Duro on that Raw. He's also contributing healing. He's got 273 magic power, and a red buff increases that by 20%. So it's going to add around 50. And the Fire Giant buff contributes 70. It's almost as good.
Well, Fire Giant buff on the Rambozo is going to end soon. It will respawn after that, as you can see by the timer. It's got a little bit of time, but for the timing, you'll see them push down this right-hand side. Fire minions pushing down mid in the left-hand lane. Means that Snapchat will get a bit of farm off these crap, but when you see the Rambozos march down right, someone's still going to have to deal with them if they don't push it out further enough.
Yeah, they definitely Well, so right now the game plan for the Rainbowzos is group up and push up. Keep all of these lanes as far up as possible. Snapchat Gaming is going to try and deal with that by having Loki do the invisible split push. He's going to drop decoys and do it invisibly so you don't actually see him pushing on the map. But right hand side, a big engagement coming out. That's going to be off the team in a lot of trouble. Gets up into the air just barely. Will come back down right next to Chris Pocket. 50 finds the kill, but that ult might not be needed. It doesn't matter though, because they're just going to turn back off, stay safe, and the fire giant respawns in 40 seconds.
Oh, we're already positioning there. You can see the ward placements down from both teams right now. So Snapchat do have vision of this. Thor just went back to base, as did Sobek. So keep an eye on them. They're going to have to try and contest this one to give themselves an opportunity. Apollo going to split push the left-hand side. Going to probably take down that tier 1 tower. Keep an eye on him rotating in when this fire giant does get started. But thanks to the wards they've got here, Krat, they don't need to go too aggressive to Snapchat right now. Like, they can see what's going on. Whoop goes on to Wapper, but he's going to be able to just back away for now. Fire giant still waiting to be spawned any second now.
Yeah, 5 seconds. Oh, no. I didn't catch it in time. But either way, it started blinking and will spawn. Freya and Wooler are going to do a lot of damage to this. Notice that the fire giant was not aggroed as to Chris Pocket just in case he got knocked up. Thor's up in the air, but what can he do? And that ultimate might be down, which would be bad news. He's going to use it to ult away Heater in trouble. Not going to get stunned out, but he did slow down. Uses beads to get invisible. Shockwave doesn't catch him. Does he have his ultimate available? He does. He just doesn't want to use it. That banish, he has to ult. The snipe is mistimed. Heater is able to get out for now. Paradox jumps in, pulled away by Wubba, just to make sure he's safe, but it doesn't matter that Heater didn't die. I mean, they wanted that kill, they really did, but they got the Phoenix, and with 3 Phoenixes down, comebacks are very hard to pull off.
Very hard. Apollo comes back from base after taking the tier 2 tower left. You can see a big engagement. Flawless trying to do wick. Throws his axe backwards as the Cataclysm lands onto Heater. A big Celestial beam across that, and Finny goes to the sky and ducks down onto 2. Paradox finds Wubba. That should be all she wrote for Snapchat in this week's Challenger. However, the Rainbowzos moving on to the semis, Krat. They're looking good.
Yeah, they're looking really good, and honestly, that could have been a finals game. Snapchat performed very well. I can't wait to see what they can bring next week, but for now, they're going to have to wait it out. We'll be back with another matchup really soon as we move forward. And I think that matchup is going to be Return, aka Klau's team. We'll be back in just a few minutes, so stay tuned.